Let's have another hand for them. Let's go. Let's get them up while you're on stage. All right, guys. Welcome to campus. You're going to hear from these wonderful folks in a second. How many of you remember me from orientation with a certain chant that I was doing in here? Fantastic. You guys are all going to be learnt right now. We're going to be competing, you guys versus the cheerleaders, at this chant that I'm about to teach you. It goes 1, 2, 3, M-A-I-N-E, go blue. We go back and forth 3 times. The 4th time goes 3, 2, 1, B-L-U-E, go Maine. We're going to start with them. If you guys are louder than the cheerleaders, you're going to get t-shirts. Cheerleaders are first. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Ooh, good start. You guys. 1, 2, 3. Better start. Cheerleaders, 1, 2, 3. See, I'm closer to them, so I'm biased. But you guys, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. You guys, 1, 2, 3. And now the reverse. This is tricky. 3, 2, 1. You guys, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, who wants some t-shirts? Get up, get loud.
Hello, everyone. Let's give another round of applause for the Black Bear cheerleaders. Welcome to our 2024 Maine Convocation. I'm Amanda Clemmer, and I'm the Faculty Senate President and an Associate Professor in the School of Biology and Ecology. First, I'm going to start with our land acknowledgement. The University of Maine recognizes that it is located on Marsh Island in the homeland of the Penobscot Nation, where issues of water and territorial rights and encroachment upon sacred sites are ongoing. Penobscot homeland is connected to the other Wabanaki tribal nations, the Passamaquoddy, Maliseet, and Micmac, through kinship, alliances, and diplomacy. The university also recognizes that the Penobscot Nation and the other Wabanaki tribal nations are distinct, sovereign, legal, and political entities with their own powers of self-governance and self-determination. So I'm here to welcome you to the convocation and welcome you to the University of Maine. On behalf of all faculty, I would just like to say that this is going to be your new community, and your first few weeks here at UMaine will be some of the most exciting of your academic journey. You'll be meeting new friends, starting new classes, and creating a new identity for yourself as a UMaine Black Bear. When I was an undergraduate student, at first, I was not so sure of my place in the classroom and how I should interact with the professors. And now I'm a pretty outgoing person, but back then I was really shy. And it took me a couple of years to realize that professors standing at the front of the classroom weren't scary or intimidating. They're just people who love teaching and love research and love being at the university for all the opportunities that it can present to you. So my piece of advice for you as you start this new chapter in your lives is to go up to your professors on the first day and just say hi or send them an email. Ask them for help if you feel like you're struggling, or tell them your favorite thing you learned in class that day. Some of my favorite interactions that I've had with students is when they just walk up to me in the class and say, "Thanks, Professor Clemmer," and I'm like, "Thanks, have a great weekend." And it can create a really nice relationship and rapport between the professors and the students. Creating those good relationships with the faculty that are there to support you is not only going to help you get the most out of your time here at UMaine, but also can lead to a lifelong support network of mentors. I am still good friends with some of my professors from when I was an undergraduate student. So, after that little piece of advice, I'm now pleased to welcome our first speaker, Keegan Tripp, a junior from UMaine, Maine. Woo, Keegan! Who is majoring in political science with a double minor in leadership and legal studies. He is the president of the University of Maine Student Government. Welcome, Keegan.
All right. Hardy, Maine, and hello, class of 2028. Like they said, my name is Keegan Tripp, and I am really honored to be serving as your student body president this year. About 3 years ago, I was doing exactly what you guys were doing, moving in, except I actually missed this, so you're already off to a better start than I am. But I'm really excited to see what this year has in store for you. And when I was trying to think of what advice a freshman me 3 years ago, would take as beneficial, I really couldn't come up with anything that didn't come off as cliche and your grades matter and all that stuff. So instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you some advice about the university that you guys are about to call home. First, it is never too early to get involved. The Student Org Fair, UMaine's largest yearly meeting of all the student clubs and orgs on campus, is happening this Wednesday. It can be slightly overwhelming, but this is a can't-miss event. It is my steadfast belief that the student orgs on this campus is a major part, in almost equal parts, to academics and the social side, just because of how important it is to the connectivity of this campus, and for you guys to get to know each other. So I encourage you to show up to that, sign up for something maybe you're not even sure about, and you can always take a step back, so that's the first. Second, if you don't already know the Stein song, you should get on it. A bit of school history. In 1930, the song that you all were handed earlier actually was the first and only college song to ever make it to the top charts, #1, and it remains that way. So if you are unfamiliar with it, you should learn it, because we sing it at pretty much every single sporting event. And I really do encourage you, it's a super exciting time for University of Maine athletics, and once our athletes and D1 and club get back on those fields, I think you guys should really pull up and show them some spirit, because they are just as a big part of this community as you are. The last part I want to is finally embrace the people around you. There is no way to avoid cliches with this one, but it's the truth I can vouch for. The friends I made in dorm rooms neighboring mine, which if York Hall 151 is here, shout out to you, it's those people who have really made the difference at this university. It's especially the people that you're neighboring in your dorms. While you're experiencing college alongside your classmates, it's through your friends that you'll truly live out this next chapter. I challenge you to find those ride or dies, the people who will be part of the stories that you tell after the fact. And as our very own Dean Dana always says, be kind, caring, and compassionate. That's the Maine way, that's the Black Bear way, and if nothing else, take that lesson to heart. And now, I wish you the best of luck. The coming year will challenge you in ways you might not expect. But remember, you've got this, and it's easier together. I also couldn't end this without a plug for the University of Maine Student Government. We're always here to support you, and you can follow us on Instagram at UMSGINC. That way you can keep up with all the things that we're doing, the events that we're putting on. Stay tuned for some pretty exciting stuff. And I'll also be at the dinner right after this, so if anybody wants to talk to me about anything, I would be happy to do that. Once again, my name is Keegan Tripp, and enjoy your first official weekend as Black Bears. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Keegan. Now I'm pleased to welcome Executive Vice President for Academic Affairs and Provost, John Volin.
Good afternoon. How's everyone doing? Doing well? So How many of you did RLEs this week? Yeah, so you've heard me a little bit. I had the opportunity to welcome all of you on Sunday night to kick off your Research Learning Experience Immersion Week. So about 1 in 3 entering students were able to do the Research Learning Experiences. One thing I want you to know is if you didn't have that chance, it's not too late. You will get to do an RLE in the spring. You can do an advanced RLE anytime during your 4 years here at the University of Maine. And so I really encourage you to do it. I want to build a little bit of what Amanda, or maybe reiterate a little bit of what Amanda and Keegan both said. The faculty are here for you. We want to get to know you. And so please, just come knock on our door. We'll all have office hours listed. Come see us. By the end of this year, those of you who heard me say this last Sunday night, by the end of this year, you should be able to go up and say, so this professor can write me, they know who I am, they can write me a letter of recommendation. That's really important. And so that and what Keegan said, you should get involved, as soon as you can in any one of the, do 2 clubs. Start with at least 2 clubs. And you'll be surprised how quickly you'll be able to be make new friends, be part of this community. You're all black bears, and these 4 years are going to go by incredibly quickly. So good luck, and if you see me on campus, stop me. I'd love to get to know you, and I wish you the best these 4 years. Thank you.
Thank you, Provost Fallen. Next up, we have, you know him, you love him, Vice President and Dean of Students, Robert Dana.
Could I have another spontaneous show of love? Come on, just a little more. There's a lot of enthusiasm here. I heard when they did the Go Blue and the Black Bear chant, there was a lot of enthusiasm in this room. That's really, really cool because today, welcome to the University of Maine. This is your new home. This is your new community. This is where you're changing from being high school students, for the most part, to being who you're going to become for the rest of your lives. You're going to be the people like me and the president back here. You'll be the legislators, the doctors, the teachers, the lawyers. You'll be the professors. You'll be the doers, the change agents. And you've heard this your whole life, right? Your parents, your teachers, your friends have said, you can be anything you want to be. And guess what? Yesterday you were someone, today you're somebody different, and tomorrow you're going to be somebody different again. So this is an opportunity as you dwell on the threshold of real greatness to begin to look yourselves in the mirror and to say, who do I want to be? Do I want to be like who I was or who I'll become? Do I want to be a person who joins people, who makes the world a little bit better place? Do I want to be somebody who brings people together? Do I want to be somebody who makes the world a better, happier, more harmonious, joyous place? That's what we want you to be. You'll be good physicists, and you'll be good English majors and great psychology majors. You'll be wonderful in all of your disciplines. But one of the things about coming to college is that you'll be great in bigger ways. You'll be contributors to the society. You'll make the world a better place. And that's a big responsibility. That's what distinguishes you now as college students. You have a different set of responsibilities. So you can think of it as healing the world, fixing things like the climate crisis, or helping somebody in need, or reaching out a hand to somebody who's hurting or afraid. You can think about it as supporting each other, having each other's backs, doing as much good as you can do for as many people as you can do it, wherever you can do it. And you just do a little bit of it. You don't have to do it all, because you still have a lot of needs too, right? And so we'll be here to help you. We'll be here to support you, but this experience is a big one. So tonight, when you're going to sleep, you can rest at ease, realizing that you've stepped into the mystic, and the mystic is a good place to be. You'll be better every single day, you'll be smarter, you'll be wiser, and I hope with every ounce of my soul that you'll be nicer. Give, and people will give back. Love, and people will love you back. The University of Maine welcomes you. I'm so very thrilled to see you. And like all my pals back here, when we see each other on campus, high fives, right? Happiness, joy. That's what we're going to do. Now, I'm going to say something here about the president because she's coming up, and I don't want Professor Clemmer to have all the good luck of introducing her. I've been here for 40 years, which is at least twice as long as any of you have been alive, I'm quite confident. And I've had the great opportunity to know a lot of presidents. This particular president has 3 children of her own. She's been a teacher. She's been a person who's made all sorts of difference in people's lives. And one of the things she tells me every single day is make sure you transform the student experience to make it better. So we're very lucky, and I want you to give as big a hand to the president here as you're going to give me as I step off this stage. So thank you very much.
So lots of lessons in that. Right? Always have Dean Robert Dana introduce you, because you will be guaranteed a good round of applause because he will have set it up that way. And it's a great example of what Vice President Dana talked about, the kindness, the caring, the community that we have here, and it's intentional. And we build it, and you're a part of building it. So thank you so much for the warm welcome. Thank you, Robert. Welcome to the class of 2028. As we begin and continue with our fall 2024 traditions and convocation gathering right now, I want to give a special thanks to a few folks. Thank you to our fantastic Pride of Maine Black Bear Marching Band. You saw them on the way in. Their talented director, Chris White, and their great staff. Let's applaud the band. They're on their way to football now, so. Fun fact about the band, 72% of them are not music majors. So those of you who have experience with an instrument, consider the band. Thanks also to everyone who helped to organize this terrific event today, students, faculty, staff, and other volunteers, and I think we should thank them as well. Thank you all. So this convocation is about welcoming you, the new students, to our university, and to offer you a few comments, and you're getting some great advice here, and I'll echo everything you've said. The high five is good, or if the administrator you're talking to is a little more shy, maybe just a nice hello, my name is. But any of that, we really do encourage here. Get to know each other and get to know us. I wanted to specifically welcome you, though, to those of you who've been here already for the RLE Bridge Week, and I was pleased to see those hands go up. By the way, all of you, there are special talents in this audience, many of which you will learn, but I saw by watching the videos from Bridge Week, people who do extraordinary backflips, who can juggle, and who can skip. Like, I don't even know people who can skip, but several of your friends and colleagues here can, so thank you for that. We've had folks here since July, our D1 student athletes, get to know them. And we've had those who are joining us from other universities as an academic journey maybe started there and continuing here at the University of Maine, and those who arrived today for Maine Hello. So welcome and hearty Maine Hello. Oh, you didn't learn that yet. Hearty Maine Hello, you just yell that out. So I'll say it again, hearty Maine Hello. Okay, good. There are 2,075 incoming first-year students, 471 new transfer students, representing 45 states and 43 different countries. That's a big, big crowd. For many of you, this university is far larger than your hometown, and we know that. How many for you is that? For how many of you is that the case with our about 11,000 students and staff? Okay, so let's remember that, folks. We have people here who are engaging in a much larger community than they have been in, and that's all a part of coming to college and learning to see what all the opportunities will be. I would like to say how special it was to be a part of welcoming new students this morning, hoping you're beginning to settle into your new homes. And I know there's a lot to think about. What did you forget to bring? How will you find your new friends? Where are the buildings for your classes next week? But be assured that we are here to help you. There are many, many people who can address all of those questions and so many more. I imagine some of you have a little bit of that first day of school feeling. I do. I've been in an academic setting of some kind every fall since I started kindergarten in Portsmouth, New Hampshire. I won't tell you how many years ago. You might be thinking, she's from New Hampshire, UNH is our biggest rival. Yes, I did grow up in New Hampshire, but as Senator Angus King also says, I got to Maine as soon as I could. So that's the line from our out-of-state students. And how many are from New Hampshire? I'm just curious. Okay, good. Let's have our own. We'll have a little lunch group someday, the New Hampshire people. Let me know. So next Tuesday, when your families and those who care about you are wondering how it's going, when classes begin and you remember back to all those first day of school photos, take a selfie to keep or maybe send to somebody who cares about you, or send it to me. I'm on Instagram. For today, just for a few minutes, at this part of the convocation, we are going to focus a bit on the academic part of university life. Convocations are a long tradition in higher education. They go way back hundreds of years, often with a lot of ceremony. And I love the balance that we have here, which is to introduce our traditions, to have a lot of spirit, and also to say just a little bit about the academic work. So although I'm a mathematics educator at heart, I started my career as a high school math teacher. I'm going to talk a little bit about the history of the university. And today, this convocation is a milestone in your academic journey. And this year is a milestone for our university. As you'll see on the logos across campus, this university was founded in, anybody know the year? Good job, all right. Which means that in a few months we will be how old? Math, remember? Okay. 160 years. We celebrate our 160th anniversary next year. We're a land grant institution. The original mission of the land grants, founded in the 1800s, was to focus on the teaching of practical matters: agriculture, science, military science, and engineering. And here at UMaine, the heritage industries, farming, fisheries, and forestry, are still a big part of this university's research and academic side. But think about for a minute, and honor, I think, for a minute, what the students, faculty, and staff who've come before us in those 160 years have accomplished. And imagine what we've yet to achieve, because in your time here, you become a part of that story. And somebody, sometime 160 years from now, may talk about what you did. Maybe you'll start a company, like Amber Bouchette, class of 17, and Patrick Breeding, also class of 17, who co-founded Marin, which is a skincare company based in Portland that specializes in products made with lobster glycoprotein. They started that as undergraduates. Or invent a life-saving device like Dr. Bernard Lown of Lewiston. He graduated in 1942, passed away just recently, a brilliant heart surgeon. He invented the defibrillator. Many of you would have a family member or a friend who was saved by a defibrillator, I suspect. And in addition, he was presented the Nobel Prize in 1985. Many, many more things to say about Dr. Lown. Chante Delalue, a 2000 graduate and also a 2003 graduate student came from Roselle, New Jersey. She has served as a vice president at 2 Ivy League universities, one at Brown and now currently at Dartmouth University, one of our alums. I doubt when they were here on their first day that they were thinking about making a difference in the world in the ways that they have. But one thing you should give thought to is this: how will you use what you can experience here to learn new things? And I would put the emphasis on the learning new things, because my colleagues have adequately mentioned communicating and connecting and caring and being close to folks and making new choices, trying new things. but learn. If you can learn something new every day, I guarantee you, you will stay energized and achieve a better life for yourself, your loved ones, and more. Last year, I told the story of a friend of mine who's a very distinguished college professor and educator. She grew up on a farm in northern Michigan and went to a very elite university as a first-generation college student. And she told me that she was thrilled there to discover what she spoke of as the life of the mind, which is a lovely turn of phrase. And she stayed inquisitive, curious, and excited about learning over a long and distinguished career. That's what universities are about, the life of the mind, with all of the other things that, of course, are important to that. Be assured that you belong here to build your own life of the mind. We have faculty members who win national and international awards, who are members of the National Academy of Sciences, who lead major professional societies, who are the top publishers in their fields, and whose teaching is recognized nationally, but they are almost, to a person, unassuming, humble, down to earth. You'll find these faculty members jogging on campus, having lunch in the union, cheering at a hockey game, working in the library, teaching RLEs, and always ready to get to know the new students. After all, universities are about change. Every year, a quarter of the community changes. The new students come, students graduate and move on, so people will want to get to know you and have you be a part of their thinking as well. Learning and research are connected. Our RLE participants are seeing that, and we know that you will be a part of creating new things and new ideas. So our collective journey, starting today, is marked by collaboration, ingenuity, and a commitment to civic discourse. By engaging with a variety of perspectives, which you will find is your experience here, more innovative solutions and broadening of horizons happens. Former Prairie View A&M University President Ruth J. Simmons once said, "The fundamentals of learning tell us that it's much better when you come into contact with difference, because you get to do all kinds of things that prompt your thinking about that difference." So come into contact with difference while you are here. And while you're here, try something different for yourselves. Maybe you'll submit an entry to UMaine's Resendez annual ethics essay competition. Or maybe you'll make a scientific breakthrough in your RLE. Or participate in the Student Research Symposium. Or create a work of art that is amazing and is on exhibit somewhere. And so much more. You'll learn new things. You'll build great memories. This is the college of our hearts always, is what we call it. You'll have a favorite professor, a spot on campus that you love to go, whether it's advocating behind a table in the union or walking, biking, or skiing in Maine's Demerit Forest. Be active in conversations with your peers, professors, and mentors. Seek out diverse experiences to challenge and expand your thinking and to contribute and grow our community, the University of Maine, a place that values all voices. During UMaine's 100th anniversary, a centennial convocation and exercises were held in 1965. University President Lloyd Elliott remarked, "A university is the work of many hands. It is a task never complete. It is a dream never quite fulfilled." So it is with your hands and minds and spirits that our university will continue to discover, to innovate, and lead change. At the University of Maine, during your years with us and for the next 160 years, there are endless possibilities for you. The room is full of future innovators, leaders, problem solvers, as well as good friends, reliable colleagues, and community contributors. The legacy you will leave here is the path you create for others to choose if they wish. So, class of 2028, in your own way, I am certain you will make your mark on our university. You will learn here, you will explore difference, and we are just thrilled to have you. Welcome to the University of Maine. Thank you. Oh, wait. Okay. This is a demonstration of my technological skill. I'm going to try to take a selfie with all of you, and then we'll do another one at commencement. Okay, there we go. Thank you very much.
The president brought her own notes. Okay. All right, Black Bears. It is now time for you to learn the Stein song. Following the Stein song, please follow our student volunteers. Student volunteers, can you stand and raise your hands? Are you in the audience? All right, well, follow Jude. They're all outside. You know the student volunteers. You saw them as you were coming in. But follow them over to the mall, and they will take you to the President's Dinner. The words to the song are on the screen and on the physical cards that you're handed as you walked in. Okay. Oh, and stand up and clap as you're singing the Stein song. Is someone just started? All right, welcome, Black Bears, and go enjoy your dinner on the mall with the president.